Hello friends, welcome to the start of another reading vlog. I am so excited for this video. Today is going to be a challenge style reading vlog in honor of something very exciting. I have 100 subscribers on my YouTube channel and that's insane. I think actually at this point I have 100 and something in the teens, but in honor to mark this milestone, I am going to be reading 100 pages every single day for the next week and bringing you along with me. So it's Sunday, it's about to be the start of another work week, and so it is going to be a work week reading vlog. I'm tentative to pick one of my physical reads. I'm currently in the middle of 3 books at the moment physically. The Merciless by Danielle Vega, which is a horror. I have Skyward by Brandon Sanderson, which is a YA sci-fi, and then I have The City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty, which is an adult fantasy. So I don't know which ones I will be picking up this week, but I do want to show you my new audiobook listen. Tomorrow I'm going to be starting We All Looked Up by Tommy Wallach, which is a YA contemporary with a little bit of sci-fi. Our main characters are a group of teenagers and there is a comet that is coming for them and it will arrive in 2 months, and they have 2 months to live it up and basically just like rewrite who they are as people. So I think it's going to be very like coming of age story mixed in with this sci-fi element, and we will see how this goes. But anyways, just wanted to tell you good evening. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am very, very excited about this reading challenge and I look forward to going through it and also hopefully trying to basically learn something new about my reading or my reading style. I do have a relatively quiet week this week. I have tested this out for a couple of days already and have been semi-successful. So I feel ready, up for the challenge. The only thing I foresee being an issue is the weekend, because my weekends are typically busier than my weekdays. So without further ado, I'm going to sleep. I will see you tomorrow. Hello, happy Monday. I'm home from the office and I am getting ready to make some dinner. We have some super simple veggies and sausage pan bake on deck for tonight. I've got some Cajun style. I've never tried this before. I'm very excited about it. Broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and asparagus. I'm currently doing gluten-free right now, and also I'm pretty much dairy-free even when I'm not on this dietary restriction thing that I'm doing. I'm 1 week in and it's going well. So this is my gluten-free and dairy-free dinner for the evening. I'm also hoping to get at least 1 lunch out of this as well and kind of pack it up and bring it into work with me at some point this week. So I chop everything up and put some of this garlic, herb, and pepper stuff on there and then drizzle with olive oil and mix it all around, and then I toss it in at 400 for around 30 minutes, or basically just until I see the tops of the broccoli get really crispy and good to go. And here we are done, a little bit crispy here. I let it sit around 3 or 4 minutes and then I serve in a bowl. And I don't know about you guys, but sriracha sauce on some roasted vegetables slaps. So that's probably what I'm gonna do. I'm brewing myself a cup of black tea to go with my dinner, and I have been watching Books and Lala's new Reading Booktuber favorite video that came out today. It is a whole feature-length film, and I don't know if I'll finish it because I need to really get to reading if I want to get my 100 pages. All right, my friends, dinner is consumed, and I wanted to tell you the reason why at the beginning that I did not want to commit to one of my physical reads. You saw that I was reading City of Brass today at the coffee shop during my lunch break, but the reason why I didn't commit to one was because I want the freedom to bounce around, and also I got a new book today. Okay, for you guys who do not know, I'm on a book buying ban. So Sadhbh, how do you have a new book? Great question. My husband, Jared, bought me this book because he knew how excited I was about the first book in this series. And I'm struggling to read right now. I'm halfway through 3 different books and I'm struggling through my audiobooks, and I'm just like, I was looking for a pick-me-up over the weekend, and he ordered this for me and it came in today, and he told me that it was coming in, and that is why I didn't want to commit to reading one of those 3 books, because I might be picking up a 4th. Basically, what I would like to do this evening is to make some progress in the Merciless. I was really enjoying this. If I could pick that up and just get some of that under my belt, then I will transfer over to Warlock Holmes, The Hellhounds of Baskerville. This is a ridiculous retelling of Sherlock Holmes stories, and it has all of our favorite characters from Sherlock Holmes, except with a fantastical twist in that there are many monsters, and our very own Sherlock Holmes is indeed a warlock. He is a magical person and is very, very powerful. This is obviously told by Dr. John Watson, and in this version of the story, he is the one with the exceptional observation skills, and honestly, Warlock Holmes is a little bit thick. I will keep you posted and then do a wrap up of all of the stuff that I read today at the end of this evening. All right, so it's a little bit later. I am finished with the Merciless and I am freshly showered, hair washed, so I'm feeling pretty good. Wow. I don't know what I'm gonna rate this just yet, but I'm gonna sit on it. I don't know if I read it so quickly because I was like really interested and wanted to see how it ended, or if I was just happy for it to be over. It was disturbing and gross and weird. I was really entertained at the beginning, but like towards the end I was like reading it and I was like, no, 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 no. I mean, that's what I should have expected from reading a book about an exorcism. So now that it is later in the evening, I'm going to get into Warlock Holmes, Hellhounds of Baskerville, and just get into this. So just a little like marker of pages. I am over 100 for today, yay. I read probably 40 pages of The City of Brass during my lunch break. And then I actually read like 90 pages of The Merciless tonight to complete that book. So I'm definitely over 100 pages, and I did also start my audiobook listen today during my workday for We All Looked Up. My thoughts so far on this are pretty surface level, but we have already been introduced to all of our different 4 characters, and they also have kind of like introduced the idea of this asteroid. I said comet earlier. It's an asteroid coming towards Earth. Nobody's worried about it yet. Everybody is like, oh, it's gonna pass by Earth. Pretty typical high school to college transition story so far. We have the jock who's questioning his decisions. We have the goody two-shoes straight A student who is like testing the waters of rebelling against her parents for the first time. We have the screw up, and then we have like the labeled, I hate this word, but the labeled slut. And of course, all of these kids are dealing with social pressures and rumors and yeah, just a lot of like typical high school stuff. I don't miss this era of my life, and I'm so happy to not be in the position that these kids are in. So I will keep you posted. But truly, I am excited to dive into this, so I'm gonna get going. I'm not gonna touch base with you guys this evening again, so enjoy your night, and I will see you tomorrow. Good evening, friends. We have wrapped up dinner and just finished watching an episode of Psych, and I have my YouTube ambiance room on, and I am reading some more of Warlock Holmes. Unfortunately, I have not read anything today, and so I have 100 pages to read right now, and it's like already 8:30, which is super late for me. Wait. Yeet. So I'm about to get to reading. I've got a lot of progress to do. Hopefully it will go well. Wish me luck. I've read 40 pages and I'm so tired. Don't look at me as I fail this challenge, like, immediately. I'm gonna do some math and then basically total up all of the pages that I read yesterday and then plus the 40 pages I read this evening, and maybe I will be at 200 in total. Now I'm at page 90 of Warlock Holmes. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow. All right, my friends, good afternoon. It is Wednesday. I'm joining you from my car on my lunch break. And I wanted to let you know, obviously you saw last night, I did not read 100 pages. Basically what happened was neither Jared or I had plans, so I asked him on a date and we made some ramen and watched TV together. By the time I started to read, I was already tired. Yesterday, I read 40 pages. I read 40 pages of City of Brass on Monday, as well as 90 pages of The Merciless, and I listened to 50 or so pages of We All Looked Up. So all of those pages added up together equals like 180-ish or so. So I'm just gonna transfer some of the pages from Monday over to Tuesday. For today, I've been listening to We All Looked Up and it's going really well. I think what I learned is that I need to make sure I'm at least listening to some audiobook pages during the day because I didn't do that at all yesterday. And I also, as you saw, I went to the bookstore with full intention yesterday of reading The City of Brass, but I just got distracted by all of the books and it was such a lovely experience and the hour went by so quickly. So anyways, I'm back on track today and I'll keep you posted. Hello, beautiful friends. How are you doing? It is Thursday. I am joining you from my 4th day reading 100 pages with a successful box checked. I am also happy to report something that you didn't know I was doing because I started a book yesterday, The Roommate Risk by Miss Talia Hibbert, and I finished it today. I listened to that audiobook interspersed between We All Looked Up because honestly, I'm not enjoying that book so much. I was ready for a switch up in pace and a cute romance was really what I wanted. So this is a friends to lovers romance that was just super captivating, absolutely adorable, spicy and super cute, and definitely very romantic for the February Valentine's Day season. It was just spot on and exactly what I needed. So with that palette cleanser, I was really excited to dive back into some of my other reads. I am happy to report I'm on page 150 of Warlock Holmes' The Hellhounds of Baskerville. I'm so enjoying this book. I just love this series so much. I've definitely laughed out loud like 2 or 3 times. Like, it's just such a cool, like, fun, inventive series. Like, I don't know, they are just so much fun. So at this point for We All Looked Up, I am around 40% through the audiobook. I'm not making super quick progress. This book is very simple and just very like level. However, in the past, like, I don't know, 20 minutes of the audiobook, they introduced the idea that because this asteroid is confirmed now coming for them, they're literally having like an end of the world party in replace for their prom. And like, you can bring whoever as a date, you can bring your family, you can bring your grandma, and it's just like gonna be a big old party. That in concept is interesting to me, but other than that, this book is really not giving me a whole lot. It's really simple and basic, so I'm not super enjoying this in the moment. I'm gonna keep reading this tonight, and tomorrow after work, I'm going straight to Greenville to see my good friend from college and hang out with her for a little bit. I will do my best to vlog what we get up to, as well as do at least a little bit of reading, but we shall see. This is kind of where it gets like a little tumultuous in am I gonna get my 100 pages. I know I technically failed on Tuesday, but I had read 180 pages on Monday plus the 40 pages that I read on Tuesday. Like, it really evened out. And this past Wednesday and today I have hit my goal. So whatever, it's my video, it's my challenge. So I'm just gonna do my best going into the weekend. That's all I got for you. I'm going to bed to read. I'm delirious. I'll see you tomorrow. Hello friends, it is a gloomy and rainy Friday. I just got some books from the library, so let me show you what I got. First, I have Heartstopper Volume 2 and 3. I read the first one in October of last year, and I've had them on hold since. So a good like 2 or 3 months I've been waiting for these to come in, and I'm so excited. Next, I have this thriller book that was recommended to me by my good friend Claire Hudson. If you're watching this, I'm gonna give this a shot. And lastly, I have a short YA thriller, and I don't know, I've had this on my radar for a little while and I'm excited to get to it. I'm about to go finish out my afternoon of work and then drive to Greenville. But yeah, happy Friday. Hello. It is Sunday afternoon and I got home from Greenville last night and I did read 100 pages. I started a new audiobook, The 7 or 8 Deaths of Stella Fortuna. I read 100 pages while driving. I was just listening to the audiobook and it worked out really well. I had a very chill time. It was super fun. Some coffee shops and everything. But the most amazing part was the surprise I got when our other mutual friend texted us and persuaded us to buy tickets to see Billie Eilish tonight. So we last minute bought some tickets and I'm about to leave to drive up to Charlotte to see Billie Eilish. I will check back in with you guys tomorrow and let you know, basically kind of like a wrap up of everything I read this week. I was able to also listen to The 7 or 8 Deaths of Stella Fortuna today a little bit. I'm not quite at 100 pages, but I'm kind of like, because I'm about to leave, very okay with not getting to 100 pages today. Okay, see ya! This past weekend was pretty amazing. Some very good memories made. The statistic overview, I read by audiobook, so listened to a little bit over 1,000 pages, and then I physically read 280 or so pages. That number for the physical reads I wish was a little bit higher, but I'm really happy with what I was able to complete as well as the books that I got into. Let's start with We All Looked Up. This book was not it for me. I ended up kind of disliking it. I was tentative at the beginning. It was very slow. A lot of the characters felt very like stylistic and very like stereotypical, especially given that it was in that high school setting. The back and forth with the relationships and the two-dimensional characters really just didn't carry this book. Even though the concept of it is relatively interesting to me, it just was not enough. I ended up giving this book 2 stars. I just think there's gonna be like better quality of this type of trope, this type of concept out there. So if you've been looking at picking this up, I personally would say skip it. I finished this audiobook on Friday when I was driving to Greenville, and I immediately transitioned into The 7 or 8 Deaths of Stella Fortuna. This is a historical fiction novel that is on my TBR for this month, and I was very excited to get to it. It's set in a small Italian town. It follows the main character, obviously Stella Fortuna, but the story is being told by one of her descendants. I believe it's like a granddaughter who is like delving into the life of Stella Fortuna and then recounting the tale. Given that that's the way the story is being told, and this beautiful and romanticized town in southern Italy, it's feeling very folklore-y to me. I am loving this book so far. Stella's mother, Assunta, is kind of where we pick up and we go through Assunta's life and then giving birth to Stella and becoming a mom. There's a lot of commentary so far on family dynamics as well as motherhood and marriage and the pressures that are on women for that, especially in this time period and in this Italian small town. Everybody knows everyone's business and that sort of thing. So I'm very much enjoying this so far. I'm not particularly one for historical fiction. However, this book is just giving me something that I didn't know that I needed. The concept is Stella Fortuna has avoided death 7 or 8, depending on who you ask, times. Each of the deaths like revolve around a certain context that allowed her to get into that situation in the first place. And Stella Fortuna is said to be like kind of almost a cursed child, and she's got very bad luck basically. And so it kind of dives into that vein as well. I'm about halfway through it. I'm very much enjoying this book and I'm excited to bring it into next week. And then these two I'll just go through quickly. I read 40 pages of The City of Brass on Monday, very good. And I am at page 150 or so of Warlock Holmes, also very good. The other books that I completed, other than We All Looked Up, I completed a total of 3, was The Merciless by Danielle Vega. And this is a horror story. It is YA, and it is basically the setup is a young girl goes to a new high school, and she meets this like other group of girls, and she kind of gets adopted in, very like Mean Girls-esque. There's a character, Brooklyn, and allegedly this character steals the boyfriend of one of the mean girls or whatever, the lead gal. As a result of this, that main girl basically feels that she has a calling to exorcise Brooklyn, and that Brooklyn is basically possessed. And so unfortunately our main character Sophia gets pulled into that, and it basically is the consequences of each of their actions. This is very, very disturbing, many trigger warnings, please look it up. I don't think I enjoyed this. I was trying to like digest how I was feeling about it, but looking back now that I've had a few days to think about it, I don't think I enjoyed it that much. And it's more like a it's not you, it's me. And like, if you love like books and content about exorcism and possession and stuff like that, obviously this is gonna hit that spot for you, but I don't think that's something I'm really interested in reading. And lastly, I also finished The Roommate Risk by Talia Hibbert, and this is a friends to lovers romance. Super cute, and like I said, I very much enjoyed that. It wasn't anything close to Talia Hibbert's other friends to lovers novel, Take a Hint, Danny Brown, which is one of my favorite romance novels of all time. I'm trying to dive into Talia Hibbert's backlist. This book I ultimately ended up giving 3 stars. It was very good, solid, wasn't anything super special, and because this book was written before Take a Hint, Danny Brown, I see the progression, I see the talent and the skill that Talia Hibbert has cultivated over time. And it's very, very cool to watch her grow to be a better author. And ultimately, Take a Hint, Danny Brown is always gonna be one of those top tier romance novels for me. So I didn't have the expectation going in that The Roommate Risk would really hit that, if I'm being honest, but it was still super sweet. And if you're interested in a good romance author, Talia Hibbert is it. You definitely should start there. Beautiful contemporary romances that are steamy and super cute, and you will fall in love with those characters and root for them and want them to get together. Ultimately, a great experience. So that concludes this video. What did I learn? I think I just learned that I am 100% a mood reader. I feel like I definitely already knew that, but this just goes to show, I mean, if I'm not in the mood to read, I'm not in the mood to read. Like you saw on Tuesday and also on Sunday, I did not reach the 100-page goal for that day. Yes, overall, I definitely read over 700 pages, which would be 100 pages every day for 7 days, but I could have stayed up late on Tuesday night and gotten those pages in, but I don't know, I just didn't want to, and I like it that way. I also learned that having a numerical goal like that was fun and very cool, but for short periods of time. I'm one to possibly not read for 2 days, and then I'll pick up and read like 300 pages in a day. I mean, going in, I thought it was gonna be easy, and that kind of sounds cocky, but it was definitely more of a challenge than I thought. It took a good amount of discipline. Ultimately, I loved it, and I had a lot of fun, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you are subscribed, thank you. Thank you for being one of the 100. And if you are not, and you like bookish content like this, I'd love if you subscribe. You can come and hang out, it'd be great. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.